It's a show, basically. It's not really what it used to be.
There's homeless everywhere, people that live on the street, people are dying on the streets.
As you can see, everywhere's closing down, there's a lot of poverty.
Drugs, up there you've got ex-cons come down into town, taking people's stuff.
It's gone bad lately. It's getting harder and harder.
I don't feel comfortable coming into town like I used to.
We're in Swindon today and we're looking at how in the last 5 to 10 years the town has gone downhill. And we're asking locals about what it's been like for them and why they think that's the case. Right, so here we are in Swindon town centre. This was probably an old nightclub, long since closed. All these shops are closed. No idea what used to be there. Even this newsagent's was closed. Now you'd think a newsagent and tobacconist would always stay open. Don't know what used to be there. This used to be a blind shop, almost certainly a victim of Amazon and online shopping. Right, so here's another one, pub stroke nightclub, obviously been closed for years. It's got plants all growing out of the brickwork and for sale. Redevelopment opportunity. I can't see anyone redeveloping this in a hurry. Here's another one, Remix. This is just down the road, also shut. And this is the 4th closed nightclub, Liquor Lounge. Looks like that hasn't been open for years. And I don't know, people obviously not going to clubs anymore. So this is the 5th nightclub within a stone's throw of all the others, which has been shut for years. No idea what's going on the upper floors. May want to be in offices. Could be full of squatters now, although I doubt it. But yeah, it's a pretty sorry sight.
I mean, I was a doorman in Swindon for 20 odd years. A lot of the nightclubs have all shut down. Pubs are there's not much nightlife anymore. As you can see, everywhere's closing down, there's a lot of poverty.
So as that guy was saying, this is where it used to be a doorman, it's been closed for 2 years. He's saying that now people are going out in pubs, but now pubs are charging to let people in. I mean, you know, what is that about? So this was an old indoor market, obviously now it's shut. I don't think this is long shut, but it was quite famous here locally, and now it's gone.
Changed considerably, really. The town centre's lost all the really good shops that, you know, especially like the well-known shops. A lot of those have gone, Debenhams, McIlroy's, all those sort of shops, and really a lot of shops just closed down. It's not the same as it used to be. It's really run down.
So this used to be an indoor market, right?
That's correct.
What did they used to sell here?
They had a cafe in there. They used to have little Chinese shops with like little trinkets and things. A lot of different alterations, jewellers.
And how long's this been shut?
Several years now.
Another boarded up shop, no shortage of them here. Let me know what it's like in your town in the comments.
It's just so the government can spy on you and know everything you're doing. Everyone's using their card now, no one's like cash. If you have cash, the government can't really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a card in that. The government knows every penny you spend, mate.
That's true.
People don't realise it's just another way to spy on you.
Hashtag the best of Swindon. Well, clearly not anymore. We've got another row of empty shops here and it's creeping in to the right into the centre. So except for the McDonald's, it's the same on this side. All shut, space to let, and this is pretty much right smack in the centre.
Well, Swindon lost everything. Years ago it was a lovely part of the town, part of Wiltshire. Lately it's no good anymore, everybody's going down. Maybe because of the COVID, I don't know. But the council seem to be wasting money on something that we don't need, especially they're digging up the new bus station. no need to be doing all that. There's homeless everywhere, people that live on the street, people are dying on the streets. They let them out of prison, they've got nowhere out to go.
Mate, housing is terrible. I've been homeless for years. I managed to just finally get a flat the last month ago.
Oh, excellent. That's good.
So yeah,
It works out.
in Two Hill. But yeah, I've been homeless for years, living in the car parks.
So even though you had local connections,
Yeah.
right, it's taken you 2 years to be housed by the council.
Yeah, and the thing is, my partner, I was living with my partner in Penhill in a flat, and she passed away, and I still got kicked out.
Housing's an issue.
So a lot of homelessness?
There's a lot. Yeah, the council don't really do a lot when you're requested. You know, there's lots of drug and alcohol issues in the town. It's being dealt with by CGL now, which is quite a good programme. But no, I think there's been a hell of a lot of changes in the town. And it's not all for the good. It's a lot of it's for the worse, I think, really.
Right. Okay.
And the town needs help.
The whole centre of the town has just become abandoned. There's no choice of shops or anything like that.
I don't blame the people. I don't think the drugs is necessarily so much a personal issue. You do see a lot more people smoking weed in the streets, but then again, there's not a lot much better to do.
So as you can see, there's an ambulance there, some guy just getting led into it. I don't know whether it was an overdose or whether he was drunk, but it doesn't look very nice, and it's, you know, it's lunchtime. Here we are in the centre of Swindon, a lot of closed shops, but the bookies and the slot machine shop seem to be doing fine. And here's another one, just directly opposite that lot. It's the Brunel Centre. It's not very busy, hardly thriving, but it's got two sides to it, so let's go and see what's happening on the other side. I can't see one open shop in here. They're all empty. Perhaps there's something open around the corner. The only open premises here is the gym, which, I mean, they're kind of a bit immune to what's happening in town centres. Let's go and see if there's anything at all happening up here. But I can't even mend the escalator. They're obviously not going to spend money on that. A little bit more lively up here, a few more people, a couple of shops open. Well, one shop. So it's getting a little bit busier down this end, but you know, there's a food court, so obviously office workers coming down to get their lunch. It's about lunchtime. But we're going over now to the other side where, you know, it's going to be a little bit busier. Better than the other side, but it's by no means thriving. Space to that, another empty shop, but at least on this side the escalators are working. It's not looking very promising. So this bakery, obviously empty. And you know, if there's no market here for sandwiches and cakes and coffee, then it's not a good sign. It means that things are bad, that businesses are struggling. So no matter how bad things are, right, you're always going to find someone selling accessories for mobiles.
There's been more crime, some homelessness. It's all integrated, isn't it, really? Once something starts to roll, sometimes it can roll out of proportion.
How's it changed over the last 10 to 15 years?
Well, if you've walked round, you'll probably see it yourself. Just what they're doing is they're taking all the local shops away from the town centre, and they've taken them out to industrial estates, the majority of them. Well, for those like myself that don't drive, it's the best drive. Do you know what I mean? You have to get on the bus, take two buses back, So you're looking at two hours at least to go out of town.
Plus the expense.
Yeah, the expense is also there as well because it's £2 there, £2 back. So you're looking at £8 to go out of town to the industrial estates.
And what about the job situation here? How's that? Now Honda's gone.
Oh, you say Honda's gone. The latest is Dyson's going. And they're local, so there's going to be a lot of Swindon jobs gone from Dyson, so that's going to be a nightmare when that happens, and it is going to happen 100%.
They are deliberately going out of their way to take down places where homeless people sleep. For instance, the underpass wasn't safe, but it was dry for the most part. A couple of multi-storey car parks that were known for homeless people taking shelter there have also been taken down. Bus stops are designed these days so that the benches aren't, you can barely sit on them, let alone lie on them. And stuff like this, just putting arms in the centre of benches, annoys me to no end.
Homelessness, it's not talked about much, but it should be. But why are people homeless? I don't know the figures. You'd be better off asking the council itself about how many voids there are.
By void, you mean empty buildings?
I mean empty council buildings, yeah. Of course, there would be lots of empty private stuff. I mean, I don't know, you'd have to look around, but why? Obviously, there's no easy answers to that. Nobody would ever say there would be, not unless it's stupid.
I don't feel comfortable coming into town like I used to, you know.
Do you feel that your personal safety might be compromised?
Yeah, I do actually, yeah. I mean, it's not just myself, it's other people, family members, friends. They say it's not nice, it's quite sort of depressing coming in town because everything is either run down or it's boarded up, and
so instead you'll go somewhere else.
Well, yeah.
So where will you go instead?
Well, to me, Walton Bassett. Well, Walton Bassett has got everything you need there. There's no need to really come into Swindon town anymore.
In Swindon today, and I've seen a lot of poverty, I've seen a lot of deprivation, I've seen people getting pissed, people taking drugs, homelessness, a lack of hope, despair, people not being able to find work. This is Britain after 14 years of Tory rule. Now we've got a new Labour government today. Can Keir Starmer, Starmageddon, can they change anything for Britain? Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
You're watching Scandalux. Like and subscribe.
Right, so now we're going to go and see what's left of the old Honda factory, which closed a couple of years ago, and go and have a look at the old Oasis Leisure Centre and see what's happened to that. Right, this is the site of the former Honda factory, which closed a few years ago. It was a massive employer in Swindon. You know, it employed directly thousands of people, but indirectly many more than that. Apparently, it is going to be redeveloped into industry of some kind, and they're in the process of doing that now. There's no sign saying we can't come down here, so we're not trespassing. There's no security guard that I can see. Wow, look at the size of the place. That gives you an idea of just how big it was. I mean, they've already demolished half of it, but there's still quite a bit left. I always think it's so sad when you see these massive industrial giants like this gone, you know. I mean, that huge centre of industry and all the cars that were built there is gone forever. You know, it's never coming back. This is the famous Oasis Leisure Centre. I came here a couple of times when I was a boy because of the great water slides. Operational from 1976, closed in 2020 due to COVID. As you can see, there's weeds everywhere, barbed wire, security guards sitting over there. The council claim that they're going to get it up and running again in a couple of years. I mean, for something that only closed 4 years ago, it's in pretty bad shape. I mean, look at that. It's just literally bushes growing everywhere, like weeds. I mean, I don't know, can't they just try and manage it a bit?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello. We're just doing a little YouTube video on the Oasis Centre.
And you are, sir?
It's just, my name's Edward Cowley.
Edward.
Cowley.
Okay.
Because we didn't see any signs that said you can't film. And it's just for our YouTube channel. Is that all right?
And your YouTube channel is?
Scum Deluxe.
Scum Deluxe?
Yes, bit of an odd name, innit? Very nice as a security guard to walk us around the back of here, says we can film here. Here are the famous slides. That's what used to draw us here when we were kids, along the wave machine and the pirate ship. Right, so as you can see, I mean, you know, it's not in a great state. Just rubbish everywhere there, the tables that they probably used to use for events. I mean, to me it looks like it's abandoned way longer than 4 years. But, you know, hey ho, probably got no one here to look after it.
Said Swindon's a shithole.
Alright.
It's just a shithole.
So nothing to do, no?
No, nothing to do. Covered in glass, it's an absolute shithole.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe. See you later.